The first week of the 2024 grass season is in the books, highlighted by the success of several injury-prone tour talents. Hi, I'm Christian Bassline, and welcome to Christian's Court, where I cover tennis from all angles. Bianca Andreescu has had an excellent start to her grass campaign, reaching the finals of the Libema Open 250 in Stuttgart before falling to Luidmilla Samsonova 4-6, 6-3, 7-5. Samsonova had to pull double duty on Sunday, first knocking out two-time defending champion and fellow Russian Ekaterina Alexandrova in 3 sets, before ultimately claiming her fourth WTA title. It was Bianca's 25th birthday on Sunday, so it sucks that she was not able to get the W to celebrate. And this is actually the second time that she's cried on court on her birthday after a loss on the grass. Infamously in 2021, Andreescu was serenaded on court following a loss in Berlin to Elise Cornet.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bianca. Happy birthday to you.
And then now today, during the trophy ceremony, the tournament played a happy birthday song as Andreescu walked off the court and Samsonova was raising her winner's trophy, which I thought was it was hilarious, but I felt bad for Bianca. Now, it was a great effort for Bianca to even reach the final in just her second tournament in 9 months. If you don't remember, she suffered a pretty bad back fracture, stress fracture, and was sidelined from the 2023 Canadian Open until the 2024 French Open Roland Garros, where she ultimately made her comeback. She reached the third round there, and then this was her second tournament where she obviously made the finals, finishing runner-up in Libema at the Libema Open. This was her first final too since the 2022 Bad Homburg final, which was also on grass. Now, Bianca has not won a title still since the 2019 US Open, where she won her first Grand Slam, beating Serena in the finals, and I feel like that's just crazy and incredible. She's lost her last 3 WTA finals that she's competed in. Rena's army thinks that she's a flop. That's Serena Williams' fan base. But I know Bianca is incredibly talented, but she's just struggled with a lot of injuries, to be honest. But I think this tournament was a really good sign for her. She got a solid win over Naomi Osaka in the quarterfinal, beating her 7-6 in a tiebreaker, and it was a great match from both women, to be honest. And I love to see that become more of a rivalry on the tour. And then Bibi just really reminded us this tournament and in that match, especially, why she is a Grand Slam champion. She showcased a lot of her variety and just really gave us some edgy shot-making skills. Bianca is a player, too, I've realized, that can thrive on any surface. And I feel like if she remains healthy, she'll for sure make some noise this summer, and I think that she'll pull off some pretty big scalps. Now, another injury-prone US Open champion, Minaur-Boulter Raducanu, also made a deep run in the grass court tournament, making the Final Four of the Rothesay Classic in Nottingham. Raducanu had an easy route to the semifinals, beating 2 players ranked outside the top 120 before receiving a walkover by her compatriot Francesca Jones. She captured the opening set over Katie Boulter in that semifinal, claiming a 15-13 tiebreak before play was suspended due to darkness. The top-ranked Brit Boulter recovered well on Sunday to complete the comeback 6-7, 6-3, 6-4. Boulter then knocked down Karolina Pliskova 4-6, 6-3, 6-2 to defend her Nottingham title. The win marked her second WTA title of 2024 and third overall. Katie and her boyfriend Alex de Minaur have once again proved themselves as the best tennis power couple on tour results-wise. The Aussie de Minaur also won a title today, beating Sebastian Korda 6-2, 6-4 to take home the men's trophy at the Libema Open. De Minaur did not drop the set en route to his 9th ATP title, and he'll rise to a career high of 7 in the world. Yes, CC dose of this, center sky of that, that, but the Boulter is the true epitome of a tennis power couple because this is the second time this year that Alex and Katie have won titles on the same weekend. In March, they both won 500 titles in Acapulco and San Diego, respectively. Katie made a cheeky joke in her trophy ceremony saying that she was going to give Alex a talking to for not making their trip to see her win the title like he did in March after or when she won San Diego. Katie was not the only Brit to claim some hardware on Sunday, as 22-year-old next-gen star Jack Draper earned his maiden tour title in Stuttgart, outlasting two-time Boss Open champion Matteo Berrettini 3-6, 7-6, 6-4. Draper is now the new British #1 on the men's side, rising to a career high of 31 in the world. Draper is ranked higher than Berrettini, who was playing his first tournament since April due to injury. So, by the way, fantastic effort from Matteo to make a final after such a long layoff. That just proves how once Matteo Berrettini steps on grass, he becomes a totally different player. But anyways, the tournament organizers expected the Italian Berrettini to claim the title as they had an edgy e-bike ready for the winner, which was coincidentally painted to match Matteo's outfit. Berrettini, by the way, is sponsored by clothing brand Hugo Boss, which also sponsors this tournament, so they were definitely pulling for him to win. Hugo Boss chief executive Daniel Grieder said, "Unfortunately, this bike is for the winner. I covered it in the wrong colors, Matteo. It was actually for you, so we have to do a second bike in the colors of Jack. You both will get a bike in your colors." Him saying, unfortunately, the bike is for the winner is crazy, but anyways, I'm glad that Jack finally got his title winning moment. He's incredibly talented, but has been injury prone and plagued with multiple, issues and injuries. And he did come up short a couple times in title matches. So I think this one will be huge for him in his confidence. He's also now in a great position to be seeded for Wimbledon, which I think will be his first time being seeded in a major tournament. Looking ahead to next week's action, there are 2 ATP 500s, 1 WTA 500 and 1 WTA 250. 8 out of the top 10 women are headlining play for the Berlin 500. Coco Gauff is the top seed and has a tough draw, opening against the winner of Beatrice Haddad Maia and Ekaterina Alexandrova, both of whom have multiple titles on the grass. 2022 champion Ons Jabeur is a potential quarterfinal opponent for Gauff, as is Angelique Kerber. Xinwen Zhang perhaps has the toughest draw out of all the seeded players, as she'll start against Naomi Osaka, who I think will pull off the upset. Elena Rybakina is also guaranteed a brutal opener in facing a Russian in either Veronika Kudermetova or Libema Open champion Luidmilla Samsonova. Elena Rybakina is in the same half as Aryna Sabalenka, who faces the winner of Marta Kostyuk and Daria Kasatkina before potentially facing Wimbledon champion Marketa Vondrousova in the Elite Eight. In Queens, defending champion and reigning Roland Garros winner Carlos Alcaraz also has a challenging draw, opening against Argentinian Francisco Cerundolo, who won a grass title in Eastbourne last year. The two actually played a practice set today, which is definitely interesting. Alcaraz could then face Jack Draper, followed by Tommy Paul, who always seems to give him problems. Grigor Dimitrov is the Spaniard's projected semifinal opponent, but the Bulgarian possibly has to contend with some unseeded Americans, Sebastian Korda and Francis Tiafoe, en route to that Final Four spot. Alex de Minaur, who reached the finals last year, starts against Lorenzo Musetti. The Aussie is in the same half as Taylor Fritz, Ben Shelton, and Holger Rune. Meanwhile, in Halle, top seed Yannick Sinner opens against Talon Griekspoor and is in the same half as Stefanos Tsitsipas and Daniil Medvedev. Medvedev, though, could get defending champion Alexander Bublik in that quarterfinal. 2022 winner Hubert Hurkacz is in the bottom half and could face last year's runner-up Andrei Rublev in the quarters. Alexander Zverev and Felix Auger-Aliassime, meanwhile, are set to meet in the Elite Eight. And then in Birmingham for that 250, Yelena Ostapenko seeks a title defense and has Katie Boulter, Sloane Stephens, Caroline Wozniacki, and Karolina Pliskova in her top half. Wozniacki, by the way, will open against 5th seed Elisa Mertens. In the bottom portion, Barbora Krejcikova looks to jumpstart her subpar 2024 and is joined by Leila Fernandez, Sorana Cirstea, and Anastasia Potapova. That's all for my week 1 grass court coverage, and let me know how y'all feel about the results in the comment section below and who you think has the best shot at lifting the titles next weekend. Also, make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell so you're notified whenever I post more updates throughout the next grass court week. Thank y'all so much for watching once again. I'm Christian Bass Knight, and I'll see y'all next time on Christian's Court.